Oh, don't you worry about it. Happy to have you here anytime. Besides, you can always watch them back whenever you're emotionally ready to see some real magic.
From skirt to skirt, a fiery region, stretched in battalious aspect, and nearer view bristled with upright beams innumerable of rigid spears and helmets thronged, and shields various, with boastful argument portrayed the banded powers of Satan, hasting on with furious expedition. For they weened that self-same day by fight or by surprise to win the Mount of God, and on his throne to set the envier of his state, the proud aspirer. But their thoughts proved fond and vain in the midway, though strange to us it seemed, at first, that angel should with angel war.
The old enemy. Math! You've come into the wrong domain, Math. Oh, wait, what? You want to help? Well, that's a surprise. Yes, come on in, yeah. I have tea, decaffeinated tea. I'm trying to take in less caffeine these days.
The trick when you're drunk off of the dark art god's blessings is to not paint sloppy. That's the hard part. Rock on, heavy metal. You going to draw something? Maybe I'll draw something. What do you think, people? Should we get it going? Should we start diving into the wide world of drawing? Should I put my mind on paper? Should I find out what's going to come out today? See if it's going to be a good day or a bad day for drawing and then win as long as I don't care? You betcha. I mean, with markers, really your only option is to have a bunch in your hand and just smudge them all together while they're still wet. That's what I do, at least. There's a technique that can give you pretty clean gradients with it called flooding, where you flood the paper with ink, like you stay in one area for a long time and let some of the ink pool on the surface of the paper. And then you bring in other markers and you sort of drag out of that little tide of ink. You need a really heavy duty paper to do that. I didn't do that for this. I instead slapped the markers down pretty quick and just scrubbed them into each other. And yeah, I've usually got like 3 or 4 in my offhand so that I can very quickly, while they're still wet, run them together. I would be pretty aggressive about it. Remember that the contrast that you see when they're going down, it's always going to get cut by like more than half because markers lose their contrast, their darks, their lights. As they dry, the wetness really exaggerates how contrasty they are. So even if you think it looks kind of nuts when you're putting it down wet, once it dries, it'll all really kind of blend together. Steven, how the heck do I render fur with a pencil? Trying to draw a line along with you and I'm lost at the mane. Most animals have a particular relationship with their fur. It's like, these are not the exact answers to your question that are going to be right every single time, right? What I mean is that you look at your reference, and if it's red fur, if it's blue fur, if it's very light fur, if it's yellow fur, or if it's the weird downy fur of like a water buffalo versus the smooth fur of a Labrador retriever, you analyze, you look for these little rules, and you try to make like a little pocket solution for yourself that you can then apply over and over and over again. How does that sound? You want to try it, kids? Everybody ready? Okay, come on, let's go make some art. What do you think? Let's go make some art. You can't just sit staring at Photoshop for 2 hours straight and not take any breaks, people. All right, I'll be back. We lost some people. That's understandable. It's especially understandable because those people who left while I was walking my dog, they're weak. Weak of mind and character. We don't need them. As long as we have each other, this core group, great art can be made, and the gates of art heaven will be wide open. Let's do this thing. Let's take it home. Art gods, hear my plea. Destroy these heathens and bless me with the might
of your long lineage. Grant me your dark powers. Let me see beyond the pale. Give me the strength that I need to create the ultimate art. The art that makes people cry, that makes them scream, that lets everybody know who has the God's blessing. Let's do this.